Hi, lovely goddesses. I hope you are well and having a fantastic weekend. This is the weekly oracle messages for week of 2nd of July 2023. Can you believe we've hit July already? So we have the full moon tomorrow, Monday, the 3rd of July. So I am going to do my usual review in this video. I encourage you to do the same if you feel so inclined to do it. And there'll be just one message today because I didn't want to do messages for today for the week ahead and then get to the full moon tomorrow and have another set of messages. I don't want this to be overwhelming for you. We want to keep it manageable and practical as well as being spiritual. So there is one message for the week ahead which I will then share for you, and then of course we'll have more in-depth messages coming from our one weekly message on the full moon starting at 7:30 on Monday if you can make it. If not, you'll get the recording to watch afterwards. So take a deep breath, find a quiet place and space, get your cuppa or a drink, your notebook and your journal, and let's go. As I look back over the past week, we had 3 messages last week, which were courage, desire, and spontaneity. And 2 of them were from the coherence voice. And the coherence is about our heart, body, mind, and soul all being aligned and in agreement. It's a scientific term when disparate things all come together for one thing. So when our heart, body, mind and soul comes together, we have coherence. There's no second guessing, no imposter. And I just want to give a shout out to Julie for sharing what she shared in the Telegram channel this week about, after we had our development circle and we talked about the circuit breaker, she decided to set her own path, and she recognises some of the kind of things that she was doing that perhaps her mother had done. And that was a fantastic example of the desire and the courage, and a little bit of spontaneity as well was included in that. So what did you have in your week last week that involved courage? Now, courage comes in all shapes and sizes. It may be courageous for you to say no to something. It may have been courageous to say yes to something. So don't think it's got to be something really big. It could be just something that you felt was a courageous moment for you. And did you spend some time last week as well thinking about what is it you really desire? And we're not talking about desire in kind of like a passionate, intimate way, or you could be, if like me, you're still waiting for Mr. Ruth, who's taking his time. But joking aside, kind of what is the desire? Well, what area of your life kind of still needs some fulfillment for you? So that was what we had last week. And then we had the spontaneity message. So if you didn't have any spontaneous invitations last week or anything spontaneously that happened in your life, can you think that you did something that offered someone else the opportunity to be spontaneous? Did you offer someone a last minute request or invitation to go for a cuppa or have a chat or do something? So just take those few moments now to reflect back. Did you feel coherence? Did you feel your heart, body, mind and soul all together? Did you feel that some of the second guessing and the imposter slipped away for a little while last week? Did you feel desire? Did you recognise where you were feeling an area in your life where you were feeling unfulfilled, or the new desire that's coming in because life is changing? And did you feel the courage? And how did spontaneity work out for you? Did you have that spontaneous invitation? Or did you create a spontaneous invitation for someone else? So however your week was, let's just be grateful to the universe for whatever has happened to us in the past week, for the courage, for working out what our new desires are, and the spontaneity. We'll show some gratitude for all of that this week. So let me know your insights if you've got any. If you're happy to share them in the Telegram channel, please do, because other people learn from your insights as well, and hindsight is a wonderful way to learn, as we know. So if you feel comfortable posting in the Telegram group, please do. If not, and you want to contact me directly, send me a message. That's fine too. So that's my review of the week. And here we are with our weekly oracle message for the week ahead. As I said in the introduction, I've just asked for a message for this week because we have the full moon reading on Monday. So I just asked what's the theme of the full moon reading that we need to know about that can help us now. And guess what? it's another message from coherence, and I promised you I shuffled them. So it's still back to this idea of heart, body, mind, and soul being in agreement. And this is specifically about the body. So we're being asked to, for this week and beyond for the rest of this moon cycle, to pay attention to our body. And we're being asked to do this in a couple of ways. Firstly, to pay attention to the physical niggles that we get, to the goosebumps, the shivers, those kind of things, because we get information about intuition through our physical body. So it may be about paying attention to aches and pains that need some treatment or help in healing. It absolutely may be that, but more emphasis is placed on what intuitive messages are you getting through in your body. If you get the shivers, it's trying to get your attention. If you get the goosebumps, it's because someone said something that kind of resonates with you, or you feel you get some intuitive information that you need to perhaps share back with them, but only with their permission, remember. We don't give people messages without their permission. So what's going on in your body from an intuitive perspective? And when it comes to the coherence of the heart, body, mind, and soul being in alignment, which is the one that you have most difficulty getting aligned? Is your heart there? Is your soul there? Is your mind there? Is your body there? Quite often it's usually the mind that's the hardest bit, right? Because the conscious mind runs its own game and ego is doing its own thing. So quite often it's the mind that's the most difficult piece to pull in together for that coherence. But if it has been your body and you've been ignoring the intuitive messages in your body, it's time to notice them a bit more this week, spend a bit more time with them, understand what's going on. And intuition is not normally an ache or a pain, although it could be if you're having a serious enlightenment and a plevelin and you're not paying attention to it. It is those shivers, the goosebumps, kind of the feeling of something brushing past you, or a kind of breeze coming past you or something. There is kind of those things. So that's it. That's going to be the basis for our full moon reading on Monday. It's paying attention to our body, both physically but also intuitively. Interesting one, eh? So there we go. I will see you on Monday evening if you can make it, and if not, you'll have the link to the recording afterwards. So if I don't see you, wishing you a wonderful week. Take care. Bye.